It's Adam Taxin during actually late afternoon on the final day of 2012. Inevitably, some of you are still trying to figure out what you're going to do for New Year's Eve in a few hours. Let me make one suggestion for at least the 7 to 8:10 p.m. part of New Year's Eve here in Philly. It could at least get you off to a fun, laugh-filled start. I am talking about 1812 Productions' current and about-to-close show, Dave and Aaron Go to Work, whose final performance is tonight at Plays and Players Theater at 1714 Delancey Street in Center City, Philly. I saw the second-to-last performance yesterday afternoon. This is an extremely clever, brilliantly performed, highly original work. There are still some tickets available, at least there were as of yesterday. What this show is, basically it's a silent movie comedy on stage performed by two very talented actors, Dave Janico and Aaron Cromie, who lend their first names to the show's title. Give 1812 Productions, the nation's only all-comedy theater company, some credit for doing something really innovative here. Sometimes 1812 Productions misses. I wrote a brutal review of their This Is the Week That Is annual political comedy show a few years ago. Sometimes what they do is okay, but not necessarily. Drop what you're doing and see it. Boston Marriage this past spring. And sometimes what they do is a great, not to mention truly innovative, production, such as Our Show of Shows, which was a Sid Caesar parody from spring 2011. This show, Dave and Aaron Go to Work, is definitely in that last category. Basically, the characters Dave and Aaron are an odd couple, or the actors Dave and Aaron, I don't know if it's the actors or characters I'm referring to. They're an odd couple, one uptight and buttoned up, one easygoing, let it all hang out, sort of like in addition to The Odd Couple, like Ernie and Bert, and I guess Laurel and Hardy, or Abbott and Costello. The show features great physical comedy and situations, as well as the exaggerated gestures and appropriate piano music of a silent movie. There's even some great puppetry and I guess you'd call it fight choreography involved. The scenes involve the two getting ready for work as roommates, working as librarians, zoologists, power line repairmen, working at a baseball game, as well as a trash collector, as a balloon salesman, and my favorite scenes of all were when they were working in pizza delivery and dog walking simultaneously, and when the two of them were working as astronauts. The show works, and it's a fun way, I suppose, to spend New Year's Eve. You can buy tickets or find out more at 1812productions.org. Let me also add that if the show gets you into the silent movie thing and you need something to do afterward, because the show is only 70 minutes and it'll be done by 8:10, 8:15, I recommend the 1950 film noir classic movie Sunset Boulevard. It has, as one of its two central characters, Gloria Swanson as Norma Desmond. Here's the tie-in to silent movies. Norma Desmond is a former silent movie actress who hasn't been treated so well by the aging process or by the end of the silent movie era. That movie, though I guess you could say, by the way, Singin' in the Rain, if you've ever seen that, is probably a little bit better if you want something strictly on the end of the comic possibilities of the end of the silent movie era. But anyhow, Sunset Boulevard is New Year's Eve related, and it's currently available for instant download on Netflix. And really, it does contain one of the classic New Year's Eve scenes in film history. No matter how lame your New Year's Eve is, it's probably better or at least less awkward than that of Joe Gillis, who is William Holden's character in the movie. Other New Year's classics, by the way, none of which are currently available for instant download on Netflix, are the 1933 Oscar winner for Best Picture, Cavalcade, also The Godfather Part 2, and When Harry Met Sally. Sunset Boulevard, however, though The Godfather Part 2 is one of my favorite movies of all time, Sunset Boulevard is a better bet for tonight than those other three. Cavalcade, in which New Year's Eve is a motif throughout the movie, it's a bit too old movie for a lot of today's audiences. The New Year's Eve scene in When Harry Met Sally is a bit too climactic, and yes, I'm talking about the New Year's Eve scene, although I guess the same adjective could be used for the Katz's Deli scene. It's a little too climactic, dramatic if you're home watching a movie, probably not your first choice. As for The Godfather Part 2, it's an important scene, but it leaves you feeling just a little bit too sorry for Fredo Corleone, and that's a bit of a buzzkill. Okay, there you go. Happy New Year.